right, so let's talk about the COVID-19 crisis or whatnot. Did that help your business or did it hurt your business?
And COVID-19, it helped. I would say that it helped, but in the beginning stages, it hurt. And I say that it hurt because even though you could still get the property under contract at a cheap price, buyers was being conservative. Sellers were scared. I gotta hurry up and get out of this. Buyers was like, I don't know what the market's gonna do right now. You know, I don't know what the market's gonna do with these houses, so I'm not touching that. So for a few months, it was just like that. Like, man, I don't know what to do, man. Like,
people, they want to buy a house, but don't know if they want to buy it. And they don't know if they're gonna lose their job or if they're gonna have a job. But they probably really want to go ahead and get a house before they lose their job. Because I guess it's something, I don't know, man. It
was crazy, man. It was a crazy time, especially when it first happened. Cause to be honest, we had just started a new business. Me and two other guys, we had just started a new business, and we were experiencing that in the midst of a new business. Like, man, I don't know.
Right.
So.
So did a lot of people lose their houses in COVID-19?
They didn't lose them. They didn't lose them in COVID-19.
They had, I think they had like a special program for the COVID-19 people or whatnot. I wouldn't say COVID-19 people when the crisis hit. I guess the mortgage companies was saying you didn't have to pay your mortgage for about a year or 6 months. Or
they
3 months.
They started deferring payments. So that helped a lot of people. So they wasn't losing, because they understood, you know, the world is in an epidemic. The world's in a pandemic. So that helped. Even renters. So, man, golly. So the deferment, for real, man, the deferment helped the homeowners. But at the same time, I'm not collecting rent. If I own a rental property, I'm not collecting rent because you're helping them too, which is understandable. But when they start asking me for this mortgage again, when the deferment is over, y'all still looking out for the tenants or y'all looking out for the owners? Which one is it?
Right. So I was going to ask you about that. So, like, okay, if I owned a house, if I owned this house and I had somebody renting it, but they lost their job because of the COVID-19, do I get some type of deal from the government so I can give you some type of deal so you can continue living in here? Because I don't want to put you out just because you done lost your job because of the COVID-19.
Right.
The government should be kicking me back with something because I got a renter in here that lost their job but still want to live here, and I think they should. Did it have some programs for the owners or something?
Yeah, so some of the programs that would have helped owners, people took advantage of it. PPP. Some people took advantage of VPP or SBA loan, right? That'll help you stay afloat during that time. But again, I mean, for the renter that may have lost their job, they got checks. Trump cut those checks for people, but they was going to go blow them.
Yeah, they was at Walmart.
They was at Walmart. Buy TVs and every stuff.
I was in there, man. I was in the checkout, man. This guy had 2 TVs, and he was talking about. I just got my check. I just got my check from Trump. I'm like, oh man, they out here kicking.
Yeah, they was blowing it. And that's the thing. The mindset. The man, how I looked at it, they knew they was getting that money back. Give them $1,400. We gonna get it right back. You gotta spend. They gotta spend that money. Spend it.
And not only that, you gotta put it on your taxes because when you file your taxes, if you don't put that on there, the IRS is gonna come after you anyway because they already know you got that money and they're gonna take it out the next time you file.
I try to tell people that. So that happened. So that was the help that either the owner could get or the renters could get. But again, once they blow that money and the deferment time is up and we gotta start making that mortgage again, paying that mortgage again, and my tenant's not paying, they were still in favor of tenants. So two things: either you're not paying rent, eviction. I got to go through the eviction process. Now they could kick them out. We go through the eviction process unless they had a thing where they were saying if a person lost their job and they were affected by COVID-19,
you can't put them out.
You can't put them out if they show some proof that they were affected by. If they come, so you have to like report it to the city, the county, or something like that, stating that, hey, I lost my job. I was affected by COVID-19. A lot of renters didn't know that, but the renters who did know that took advantage of it.
Took full advantage of it.
So now you got what's called a squatter. Now you got a squatter in your house that's just living there. You're not making no money.
And then you just can't kick them out because there's laws against just kicking them out because of the COVID-19 laws and stuff.
Dude, I experienced that. Sorry. I experienced that with a unit that I had in the inner city. And not that they try to use COVID-19 as an excuse. It was just like, I rented to the lady and she didn't put her husband on the lease, but he ended up moving in. They ended up divorcing. Now he's staying. He's not paying rent. He's tearing up the property. Man, what do? I'm not getting rent, so I don't have the money to go downtown to fight this eviction. What do? So either, you have to. You can force them out,
right?
or you can do what's called a what do they call it? Cash for keys. Cash for keys.
You gotta pay them to get out?
You can pay them to get out.
Oh, man.
It helps them with their moving expenses. You can do that. Investors do it because it's just like, man, I just want my property back. I want you to get out. You do cash for keys. This dude will not do cash for keys.
I ain't never heard of cash for keys.
Yes, sir. You can do cash for keys. You can do, people do as little as like $500. Hey, I'll give you $500 just to move. I'll give you $1,000 or $1,500 just to move.
So you gotta lose a little money to make some money again, because you're gonna pay them the money to move out because you know they ain't gonna move out, and that so you won't have to go to court and everything. Then when you get the property back, it's gonna be tore up.
Yep.
You gotta fix everything back. So include on top of the money that you gotta pay for them to get out when they're not supposed to be there anyway. You gotta pay to fix up the property for the next person to move in, so you can somehow, some way, get your profit back.
Yes.
That's a bad cycle right there.
It's a bad cycle. So and then if you have a mortgage on this property, if you didn't cash out on it, you got a mortgage on this property, so you got to factor that in as well. So I'm still paying mortgage on this while it's not cash flowing. So it's a lot that comes with real estate. That's the thing. People just think that they jump in real estate, they're gonna win. Not automatically. It's ups and downs to this. It's most definitely ups and downs. So you have to know what you're dealing with, what you're doing, and getting the education on it is the key point. Is the key thing, man, that I try to tell people and teach people. Because again, you're going to fail. You're going to fail, but it's how you fail. I fail. Anytime I fail forward. So that way, okay, I paid for some knowledge and some help in some, this situation. Let me move forward from that.
Man. So anybody that want to get into your business, man, what would you tell them? Like somebody that's gonna see this video. Like, you know what, man, I need to read his book. And name your books again.
So the first one is Getting a Better Focus.
Getting a Better Focus.
The second one is Generate Wealth Through Real Estate.
Okay.
And the third one is Driving for Dollars.
All right. So what would you tell these young folks out here, man, that probably see this video and be like, you know what, man, I wanna probably do some of the things that he's talking about. What would you tell them?
Get the education. Get the, again, like we said before, invest in yourself. Stop. Let me say this. If you can spend money on Jordans, on smoke, on liquor, to go party.
It costs money to party.
It costs money to do all that. If you could do that, you can invest in your future. especially if you're a young person that has children. Again, I have 5. So my books, my education, my knowledge, everything that I'm creating, digital products, is going to outlive me when I'm dead and gone. So it's going to take care of my family.
Mm-hmm.
So it's one thing that I've been learning. It's going to cost you not to know these things. So you might as well spend the money to get the education, get the tutoring, get the coaching that you need in order to take it to another level if you're going to be in this field. Because we know, the people who are in my field, we know if you in it just playing around, just blowing, we know you might as well move out the way and let us get to it.
Mm-hmm.
So I if you really want to take it to another level, get the education, man. Don't cheat yourself. Don't cheat yourself at all, because you're gonna lose, and you're gonna lose bad.
Man,
So
that's what's up. Well, thanks for coming
hey,
by,
man,
man.
I appreciate you having me, man. Yeah, most definitely.
And y'all make sure y'all check him out on his Facebook. And what's your Facebook again?
Damon Caldwell. You can check me out there. You can check me out on Instagram at d.caldwellproperties. You can also check me out on TikTok for, tons more videos for just a wealth of knowledge. That's the same as the Instagram, d.caldwellproperties.
That's what's up.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you having me, man.
For real. Thanks, man.
No problem.